In a world full of conventional Hollywood cliches and recurring lackluster sequels, one critic has seen it all, who can provide you with all the movie news, opinions, and reviews that could very well save humanity as we know it. This is Libby's Movie Hunt. And now, your host, Libby Hunt.
Libby Hunt, along with Kevin E.
Hey, Libby, happy Friday.
You too. I like your summer. Show everybody your summer shirt.
Oh, yes, I'm going full summer now.
So cute.
Yeah.
It's great. It kind of matches my blue jacket too, but look at it even has pink in it.
I was feeling, we were very matchy today, and I was feeling so summery. It was nice and sunny when I got here. Now it's pouring rain.
Pouring rain. It was like kind of a gully washer there for a minute.
Yep.
But happy Friday, everyone. Glad y'all tuned in to Libby's Movie Hunt here at Vocal Media, watchonairlive.com. And next week we'll be going to vocalnow.com, right?
Yes, we're always jumping around.
We're jumping around, but you can find us right now. And you can find us on YouTube. I want more people to subscribe to my YouTube, so everybody go find Libby's Movie Hunt on YouTube. Are we on iTunes?
And actually, the way it will be when we switch over is that you can still find us on the website, but we will stream directly to your YouTube channel, just so that it drives more people there.
Love
and
it.
then as soon as the show's over, it will be automatically ready to go. So just in case you missed it, you'll have on-demand access as soon as the show is over.
And are we on iTunes?
We are on iTunes.
Don't you love that? I don't even know.
You can always find our most recent 5 episodes on iTunes.
Okay.
We don't keep our whole archive because, not too many people go back and listen to old movie reviews. So.
That's true. I know. It's a current thing. But okay, well, before we get to our 2 movies we're going to talk about today, I want to tell y'all, I've talked about so many times on this show that I had a little producing part and acting part in this Texas-based film, true story, called Bomb City. Cody Chick, and Sheldon Chick, brothers, wrote it along. Well, they did the music, but Cody wrote it along with Jamie Brooks, and Major Dodge, my friend, produced it. And I just want to throw their names out there.
We had them on the show.
We had them on the show once.
Yeah.
But Richard Linklater heard about it. And he wanted to show Austin Film Society, and Richard Linklater opened a movie theater in Austin, and they wanted to show it at their opening of their new movie theater last weekend. So I went down to the opening of the Austin Film Society Theater.
That's awesome.
Yes, and got to meet Mr. Linklater, and he absolutely loved our film.
That is great.
Is that
has
fabulous?
to be a good sign. Because I'm a huge Linklater fan.
Oh, I am too. I kind of sat near him in the theater and watched him, and you could tell he loved it.
You're gauging his reaction.
Yes, it was kind of fun. His daughter, Lorelai Linklater, has a small part too, so I'm sure that's why he was interested. But he said why he was interested: Texas film, true story, West Texas story. He's like, I had to see this. I had to screen it. And he got up on stage afterwards.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Most of his, you have Dazed and Confused and Everybody Wants Some. I believe both take place in Texas.
Yes.
So, yeah, that all, it adds up that he would be interested in Bomb City.
In it, yeah. So he got up with the producers and writers and director, and he said to them in the audience, he goes, I love this film. It worked on every level. So what a compliment.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He loved it. He loved the cinematography, he loved the music, everything. So that was fun.
That's got to be a great sign.
I know. And he did a little promo for it. So hopefully the world will get to see Bomb City in theater soon.
Now we just need him to come in and do a show with us, and we can wrap that all up.
I know, that would be good.
That would be great.
He was so, and another thing, we've talked about this on the show before. You meet a celebrity. I consider him a celebrity, even though he's a director.
Sure, I would consider him.
Because he's so famous.
Yeah.
But when I met him, he's little. Like, you see stars or celebrities or people on TV and you think they're so big. He was shorter than me.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
Funny? Or my
I would
height.
have no idea.
I'm 5'8". I think, yeah.
It's like Tom Cruise.
Right. Well, Tom Cruise, I think, is shorter than me.
I think he
5'8".
is, yeah.
I think he wears lifts.
Yeah, he must, because it's not that apparent on screen.
I know. But it's funny. But, that was fun. So, moving on. Okay, we both saw Wonder Woman.
Yes.
93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep. Very high praise. I would say almost unanimous.
Yes. It's directed by Patty Jenkins, a female director. Her debut feature was in 2003, Monster with Charlize Theron.
Yep.
And I don't know if she's done a lot of other things since, but
I don't either. But I thought it was funny seeing that she directed that. And I'm like,
I know.
It's crazy where they find directors and somehow think that, because those are just such vastly different, genres of film.
But I love how they had a woman director.
Yes.
But what is all this woman power and studio?
Feminism and
Studio movie girls are only having women come to one of the screening, which is great. But I'm like, there's been other action movies with women as heroes, I believe.
Definitely. It isn't just Wonder Woman in itself. Isn't that empowering
know.
enough? Shouldn't you like that men want to go see the female heroine?
So I think, okay, do you want to tell them about it? Or?
See, this is kind of funny because you and I try not to talk too much before the show. We like to save it.
Right. We totally didn't talk. All we said is, did you like it or not?
Yep. And this is one time where we conflict.
Yes.
So do you want to start?
Well, do you want to tell them? I mean, I didn't really remember from, I loved this TV show with Linda, Wonder Woman show. Beautiful Linda. We'll have to Google it.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Dark hair, the outfit. Oh, please. This outfit is not quite as bosomy as the original Wonder Woman TV show.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Linda, God, we got to look up her name. Beautiful brunette in the late 70s.
Pulling up right now.
But it's this island of Amazon women that a Greek god basically comes down. Is it Zeus? And impregnates one of them, and then it populates a whole army of Amazonian
warriors, women,
on this island. And the Superwoman, her name is Diana, is played by Gal Gadot.
Linda Carter.
Linda Carter. She's beautiful. She's still beautiful at 70-something. But Kevin and I are debating on if it's Godot or Godat.
I thought it was Godot, and then I saw something on Jimmy Kimmel about pronunciation. She said Godot, that there's a T in it. So I'm still not entirely, I think that's it.
And I thought she was Indian, but then I read somewhere that she was Israeli. And the Amazonian women, I guess, are an Israeli army, so that makes sense.
That would make sense.
South Asian, whatever. She's gorgeous. You can't deny that she's not beautiful.
She's very, very good looking.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
The
best looking female superhero I can think of.
Her mother in it is played by Connie Nielsen, who I think never disappoints.
Never.
And Robin Wright plays her aunt, who I thought she was awesome. Like, I'd like to see her have her own.
She was very good.
Super action.
Show.
Spin-off. Then the male lead is Chris Pine. He's charming, sweet, funny. He plays, I thought his name was kind of funny, Steve Treasure.
Yeah.
And his plane crashes on an island. And then he tells Princess Diana what's going on with World War I. So she leaves the island to stop the war.
Because who she's convinced it's Ares, who's the brother of Zeus, is
evil,
creating some kind of weapon, a new form of like mustard gas or something, and
to the world.
Yes,
and I was confused.
They think it's the war to end all wars. Like if he succeeds, then that's it.
But see, the whole Greek god thing. That is not really in other superhero stuff, is it? My son was saying it is.
Kind of in a different sense. Thor is.
That's what he said. Yeah.
But I don't know that it's directly related to anything Greek, but it's a similar type thing where they're gods.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought that was kind of interesting, and I also was thinking all along it was World War II, but I think it's World War I.
It's World War I.
Okay.
But it has that nostalgic type feel like Captain America, the first Avenger did, where you get to see all that period type stuff, and it's fun.
That.
I like that too. But you get a glimpse in I think it's the very opening shot of the movie, a brief glimpse of present day.
Oh,
She's
you
looking
do.
at a picture,
and she's
at the Louvre, I think.
At the Louvre, but also Wayne Enterprises is somehow connected in there. She's looking on the computer or the building that she goes in.
Yep.
So there's something that's going to be connected later. Wasn't she in the last Batman Superman movie briefly for like 3 minutes, 10 minutes?
But I didn't get all the way through that movie.
I wasn't very good.
I wasn't too into it.
But I think Diana Gal Gadot just rocks it as Superwoman.
Yeah.
That's just, okay.
I would agree with you that she did a great job.
Okay, but what do you think?
Well, this is one of those times where we'd actually disagree. And
you don't like it?
I'm in the major minority. I don't know that I didn't like it. I felt relatively entertained, but in the end, it seemed to me kind of like the way I felt about Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. It was a little long and just a little bit dull. The action's pretty good. The characters are good. The acting is very good. Mm-hmm. You have a good, strong villain. But I don't know. I just found it a little bit dull. And everyone else came away like, God, that movie was so much fun. It was spectacular. And I didn't get that. I wanted to.
Right.
But I didn't have that the way I do with like the Avengers. And I will admit that it's not necessarily a DC thing. I know people think I'm always hating on DC.
Well, because how many have there been of the DC? This is the fourth installment of the DC.
Of the DC universe.
Right.
And, but no, I think Marvel, there are movies that had the exact same thing. I did not think Captain America: The First Avenger, I thought it was kind of dull.
I didn't love that.
Thor, I thought was very dull.
Didn't love it.
And overly long. And Wonder Woman is pretty long. It's coming in just shy of 2.5. So it's not a quick burn. But most of these epic superhero movies aren't. I'm still going to call it popcorn worthy. I mean, I think it's fun to go see, but I didn't think it was that great. And I don't. Some of this could also be that I had no background. I didn't know anything about Wonder Woman, no frame of reference.
Did you
I never
watch
read
the-
any of the comics or watched the TV.
You didn't watch the TV. See,
No.
I watched the TV show because that was my kind of teenage years. I loved it. It was the Charlie's Angels kind of era.
Yeah.
The women, that were strong women. So we
Tough woman, yeah.
tough women. I loved it.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, this is in no way a female or to think it's just.
No.
She was a great superhero, but it just wasn't. It didn't grab me very much.
Well, and you love your action hero. I mean, these kind of movies. So
I do.
You're
I'm
gonna
just much more of an Iron Man or Batman
Right.
type guy.
Well, I thought I absolutely loved it. I will have to agree with you. It was, I'd say 15 or 20 minutes too long. Always. I come away, you and I talk about this all the time. Shave off 15. For me, it could have been in the middle somewhere.
I was about to say it's definitely in the middle, leading up to the final act. It's just could have been condensed.
Because the end I loved.
Great
and the
ending.
beginning I loved. But somewhere in the middle I was like going, oh no. And then I started loving it. Like when it was over, I didn't want it to be over. So that was good.
And it
that
ends
doesn't
with a
happen.
little something cool that I don't want to say, but
I'm-
the reveal relates to the other DC universe, so there'll be a continuing. But I guess people already kind of know that there's a connection between Wonder Woman and Batman, so
Exactly.
it's not a big spoiler.
But I thought so. Does that mean Ben Affleck's going to be in the next one?
I think so.
And
Or she'll be in the next Batman again, but she's already been in it.
but the last Batman or Superman, they just weren't that
They
good.
just weren't good.
They really weren't. So they're going to have to.
I would still say Wonder Woman way more entertaining than
those two.
Batman versus Superman or Man of Steel.
I thought it was just hugely entertaining. One of my favorite characters in the film, her name is Lucy Davis, and I couldn't find anything else she's been in, who played his secretary,
Yes.
Steve's secretary. And wasn't she funny?
She was definitely, yeah. I would say she's a better character almost than Chris Pine himself. I think
Yes.
he could have been played by almost anybody. for that
But
role.
he was cute. Steve
Yeah.
Trevor, he gave, the two of them together gave the comedic relief I love to see in these kind of movies.
Yes.
But okay, and I meant to look him up too.
Kind of similar to the John Favreau character in Iron Man.
Exactly. Love it. I didn't love, though, you were saying the villain. I thought that he was kind of overacted. He's been in a lot of things. I didn't write his name down. I didn't love the villain's character. Did you?
It was okay. I just was vastly disappointed. I thought General Zod was way overacted in Man of Steel with Michael Shannon.
Oh, completely.
So I thought this one was better than that.
Yes.
But yeah, I guess nothing. I mean,
He didn't. I thought they could have found a better
Yeah.
person to play him, the villain.
they should have had Javier Bardem do that instead of Pirates
Pirates of the Caribbean. He's a great villain. But I just give it highly popcorn worthy. Like, I think I'll see it again this weekend. That's how much I liked it. Except that I'm bugged that's a little too long. I want to I maybe go to the restroom in the middle part
Yeah.
when I got bored.
Or if
you
it's
know?
one of those, go get a beer if it's one of those.
Exactly. Or it's going to be one of those places like where I have something to eat. But I saw it at a screening this week, so it was fun to see it with, everybody seemed to really like it.
No, I'm telling you, I'm in a vast minority on this one. And maybe I need to give it another try because it could be one of those movies where I wasn't crazy about it in the theater and then it comes on TV one night and I watch it and I'm like, you know what, that was really good.
Did you go with your girlfriend?
No, I went by myself.
Oh, you went
That's
by
my
yourself?
favorite way to go. To
That's
see
my
movies.
favorite. Because when I go with someone, they always have an opinion, and I'm just like, I want to
I don't
leave
wanna
happy.
talk during the movie. I don't want to. Yeah, I just want to go by myself.
And you want to leave with your own thoughts about it.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't like it, you're like, oh, I don't want to hear that.
And it will bother me if it's a really good movie and I'm into it, and the person I'm with just getting up and leaving, and just little things will bother me. And
I know.
I don't want someone asking me why I'm doing why did you go to the bathroom for a third time? I'm like, it's just better by myself.
I'm so glad you like to see movies by yourself. So you give it popcorn worthy. I
Yeah.
give it highly popcorn worthy. So check it out. Do you have anything? I guess that's all I have to say.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have on Wonder Woman. And then I'm excited for next week. I'm going to try to see The Mummy.
Oh yes, that's good. I loved the first
Me
few
too.
with Brendan and Fraser, but
I love those two, the first two.
he though. Have you seen him? He was on a series I love. I can't think of
He
it.
was on something recently that I
Well, it's been it's about a couple that's separated. I can't think of it. It'll come to me. But he has gotten real heavy. He couldn't
Yeah,
play the
he doesn't
action
look
hero
great,
now.
no.
Yeah, he doesn't look great.
And
so
he's aged
yeah,
considerably.
but I've always I thought he was an interesting movie star because
Me too.
It's funny.
And a lot of people said he had that goofy persona and that he could never be taken seriously as an action hero. I thought he was a great action star.
I thought he was great in that. But Tom Cruise, I think this is interesting that he's stepping in. And he does, of course, a lot of his own stunts, which he's known
Yeah.
for. But that'll be good.
But I don't like almost that. I loved that it didn't take place in present day. The Brendan Fraser mummy movies.
Well, so this is going to take place in present day.
That's the only thing that I'm not crazy about.
I couldn't tell from the ads. I mean, I've only briefly looked at them, but I'm looking forward to that because I like those first few. God, they came out a long time ago, probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, and then years later, back in 2008, they came out with the third one, and it just wasn't great.
Who was in that?
It had Brendan Fraser.
Oh, so he was in all three.
He's in all three, but they replaced Rachel Weisz with what is her name? Maria Bello. And she was just not as good. But she plays the same character, but she's just not as good in that role. And it kind of threw it off.
Well, the girl they have in this one, she looks pretty. She's a blonde this time. Tom Cruise's, I guess, love interest. But she looks a lot younger than him. But, he's my age. He's like 55.
He looks pretty
damn good. I need to quit saying my age. I was watching him in a
you guys both look young.
Well, no, I'm like, he has had some seriously good Botox or something because he looks 40.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good. Whatever he's doing,
Yeah,
I need
he's
to
in
talk to
great
his
shape.
doctor.
And I remember Daniel Craig when people were asking him if he's going to do another James Bond film after Spectre, and he was saying, "No way, I'm never coming back." But now he's saying, "Look, it's just because those movies are so taxing that it's like you ask a marathon runner as soon as they finish a race, when are you running your next one?" They're like, "We didn't want to think about running right then."
That's true.
And so he does one, like every 4 years. But
Yeah.
Tom Cruise does like 2 of these kind of movies a year.
I know.
At least.
His
I'm
Mission Impossible.
How does he keep up? Yeah, Mission Impossible and Jack Reacher, and I mean he's
How many Mission Impossibles has he done?
5.
Yeah, he has ownership in that too. I think he's
think
a
so.
producer. Yeah,
And there's a new one coming out and a new Top Gun. I'm just like, the guy never
there-
stops
There's
working.
going to be a Top Gun.
Yeah, he just confirmed.
Wait, I
it.
have chills. I'm dying. Oh my gosh! That movie made Meg Ryan famous. She was Goose's wife in it.
Yeah.
The pilot. My brother-in-law's name is Goose.
I wonder if Anthony Edwards will be in it.
In it.
I don't know.
What?
Or Val Kilmer.
Well, Anthony Edwards is the one that Goose, and
Yes.
he died. Remember?
Oh, that's right, of course.
So Val.
It's not one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it a lot, I'll admit.
Loved it at the time. I was a young single girl. I think I was in college or out of college. I just loved. That's when I fell in love with Tom Cruise. I think.
But I do think it's cool they're making a sequel. Like,
Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out.
I wonder what it'll be about. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And that
Would Maverick still be flying at this point?
Yeah.
I mean,
he could be. Yeah, he has to be. Come on.
yeah, you're right.
Ooh, I'm excited. And then the girl, his love interest in it was Kelly.
Yeah, I wonder if she will make a...
No, have you seen her? Wow.
No.
She did not age well.
It looks like, according to IMDb, the only cast member confirmed is Tom Cruise.
Okay.
So...
Not to be rude,
We'll
Kelly.
see what happens. Sorry, Kelly and Brendan Fraser.
It's not all about looks.
Brendan Fraser could get back in good shape. I mean,
He could. He's on an HBO show and he plays this mean, what do you call it? Somebody in prison. Guard.
Oh, okay.
Why I'm like losing words today. It's the
Me
weather.
too.
I'm blaming it on the weather.
It is. It's the rain.
I'm losing my words.
We keep getting off track.
Yeah. Okay. Another movie I saw. Don't go see it. Everything. Do you have any desire to see that? Do you
No.
even know what I'm talking about?
I did. I looked it up just for today, but it didn't have terrible reviews.
46.
43 or 46.
46.
Yeah, something like that.
It's basically about a teenager who lives this sheltered life because she's allergic to everything, and her mother's a doctor, and her mother is her doctor and keeps her at home with a nurse, and it's just the star. Let me tell you, this girl is really cute. Amanda Steinberg plays Maddie, and you'll recognize her from Hunger Games. She's really pretty, and the guy that her love interest next door, the boy that falls in love with her in the house next door, Nick Robinson from Jurassic World, The Fifth Wave, being Charlie. He's really, really cute.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Really, I'd love to see this kid more stuff. Nick Robinson. But otherwise, the girl who plays her nurse was in Nacho Libre. She's Ana de la Reguera. You know me in words. Reguera.
Guerra?
Yes. She plays her nurse, and she is... Do you remember her as being a beautiful nun in Nacho Libre? You'll think about it. The beautiful nun.
yeah.
She's gorgeous. But basically... And there's a little twist at the end to this movie, which I liked, because it needed that. So that would... it's kind of a
There's a twist at the end that you like, but not enough to really save this movie.
no. But I mean, it's interesting because she does leave her house, and then something happens at the end that really surprised me. So it's kind of makes it worth it. But it's definitely a teeny bopper film. The music is sensational. Like I was in the car the other day with my daughter, and she said, that song was in everything. That song was in everything. So they've used current, you know, and the teenage, boy and girl are gorgeous, and they, fall in love and blah, blah, blah.
So it's not that adult-oriented. It's a PG-13 type outing.
Totally. Like my daughter and her little 16, 17-year-old friends loved it.
Gotcha.
So... But I mean,
it's almost in the walk to remember category.
Exactly. I mean, I didn't hate it. I'd wait for, to see it on cable. But for teenagers, if they want to see a movie, it's precious.
It's fun. But if you're anyone else, wait for the red box or.
I say mildly popcorn worthy. Except I liked the end. I'm like that it had a little twist.
Yeah.
That made you kind of thought provoking. I kind of want to tell you what it is. I'll tell you when we're off the air.
This is something I forgot to ask you last week. Sorry to get off topic. Did you like the twist at the end of Alien Covenant?
What was the twist? I see so many movies.
It's been out for a while. Should I just give people a spoiler alert?
Yeah.
It turns out that what people think is Walter is actually David.
Oh, wait a minute.
And it was they didn't do it too subtly because they get into a quarrel and only one comes out, and I was immediately thinking like that's probably David.
Oh.
But they don't let you know if Walter's alive or dead. But in the end, he's the one who's putting them into cryo sleep, and so they know it's probably not going to end well for them.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's what made the ending I thought really creepy. I liked that twist.
Oh, that is interesting. Now it is coming back to me.
When I think about it, I'm like, that was actually pretty good.
I know I see so many TV shows and movies that people ask me about stuff all the time, and I'm like, it was just 2 weeks ago, but I can't remember.
Hard to keep track of,
I can't. I loved Alien though. We both agreed on that.
Alien's
that was
great.
I think I need to see it again.
Me too.
Don't you?
Yeah.
Because there was so much.
And it'll be my third time.
Oh, it will?
Yeah, I've already seen it twice.
Oh my gosh. Will you go again though?
Yeah,
Really?
I would go again.
Did your girlfriend go?
Yep.
And she liked it?
Uh-huh. And she's only gone once, but she said she would go again too.
Okay. That's so funny.
I was shocked at how much she liked it.
Isn't that it was good.
It was.
I really liked it. I liked everything about it.
Did you ever go back and watch Prometheus?
No, and I need to because I didn't love Prometheus, so I remember.
If you were really happy with Alien Covenant and you go back and watch Prometheus, you're probably not going to find anything in it.
But how can I go back and watch Prometheus? What would it be on? It's not on Netflix.
I use, I'll give them a little plug, rental streaming thing called Vudu. And you can rent any movie for like $2 or $3, and it's pretty good.
Vudu. I know there's so many ways to watch things. Like someone was telling me to watch some show on Amazon Prime, and I'm like, I don't have that. And they're like, well, if you've bought stuff on Amazon, your kids have, you've got it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all need to help me.
That's true. You could be using that. Yeah.
I know.
That's a good point. I mean, it's funny, too. There's so much streaming now, and everything's so convenient that when I search for a movie to rent streaming, it's not available. I almost panic. I'm like, well, what do I do? How do I find it?
I know.
I can't go to a Blockbuster and look for it.
Wait, so you were telling me the other day that, because I'm an older generation, a little bit older than you, that you don't have cable anymore.
Correct.
So how do you watch everything? So you have a TV.
Yep.
So do you have Roku?
I have a Roku, and then I use an app on the Roku called Sling TV. It's just $20 a month.
Yes, I wrote that down.
And it has a bunch of different cable channels, and it just streams the cable channels rather than have them actually wired to your
Okay,
wall.
so but you're piecemealing together what you want to watch. Is it more expensive than if you had cable?
It's half as much I spend a month.
Really?
As when I had cable.
Okay, but like you don't even have to have cable to get the basic channels? I thought.
Correct.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You can stream like AMC and FX, FXX. It's great.
Okay, but so if you turn on your TV, you don't have like channel 4, 5, and 8, and 11 anymore.
Right.
The basic.
It's just a guide, and you go through and you can see what's on and then pick it out.
Oh, that sounds confusing to me. See,
It's really easy.
I like turning my TV on and having my basic channels.
See that? Yeah. I used to like that too, when it's just, I turn it on and something comes on.
When I like to go, 4, 5, 6, 8, my basic network channels, and then I like to go to, I'm a conservative, so I like Fox, they're CNN. But I have to go to Fox. There's certain, I love A&E, and I love the E channel because I have to get in my Kardashians every once in a while.
Oh, no.
I know. It's so sad. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to be. I wonder, people always ask me, since I watch a lot of TV, they're like, Libby, what do you think is going to happen with the future with TV? I don't know.
I never thought I would get rid of cable.
I know.
Until it just got so expensive. I'm like, I got to figure something out. And I just happened to see a TV commercial for Sling, and I was like, that sounds pretty cool. And I tried it out, and I like it.
Is Roku something you hook to your TV?
Yes.
And you hook it into it.
It hooks into the back through the HDMI port.
We're having a lesson today, guys.
Yeah, we're just talking about streaming stuff. We always end up talking about streaming.
But tell me about what Apple TV is. Do you have that?
I used to. And I got sick of Apple TV because just the hardware for it is much more expensive than like Roku, about twice as much. And then it's only compatible with Apple stuff, I'm pretty sure. So I don't know that I could. Oh, maybe you can get like Vudu and stuff on there. But I didn't like the remote as much. It's very plain and it doesn't have anything like. Here, I can show people. My Roku remote has a Netflix button, a Sling button, a Hulu button. I mean, that's just so much easier than I used to go Apple TV, and then I bought a TV that had built in Roku, and now I'm Roku all the way.
So Roku has all those. Okay, so like several of my TVs are smart.
Roku should write us a check.
Right, exactly. We need a little advertisement here. Several of my TVs in my house, I have like 7 TVs. I have them everywhere. I love TV. Have on the remote Netflix button.
Yeah.
But eventually, maybe every TV you buy will have all those buttons.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I have to keep going in the other room that has the Netflix on it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and I have 2 Rokus, one in my living room, one in the bedroom, and you can stream the Sling simultaneously in either room, be watching different things.
But how do you stream it? How do you set it up? Is it hard to set up?
No, it's very user-friendly.
Am I asking too many questions?
No. We're almost going over on time, but I'm like, you know what? I always enjoy just sort of little casual conversation towards the end of the show.
Well, I'm learning. This is it's a whole new world.
And for people who are huge movie fans like we are, but don't necessarily like getting out to the theater, I think it's valuable information to know how you can be streaming the most current stuff at home.
Okay, this is another thing. Our show, can they eventually watch it on TV?
Yes, absolutely.
When is that going to happen?
I will let you know. But it should be available on your Roku. It'll either come with it or you add it. And yeah, you'll just be able to find all of our shows on there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
So all these podcasts you people like, you can.
Yep, every video cast, you'll be able to find an app on your TV and you can watch whatever.
Okay. I hope we didn't bore y'all with that, but I'm learning from Kevin, my young co-host.
And I can talk
producer.
about this stuff all day.
Well, he's very tech savvy, and I am not. So I just learned to use email not long ago. No, I'm kidding. Okay, well, are we done?
We are done.
Okay, well, now y'all go enjoy the movies and have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next Friday.